Okay, quick channel update. It's not good news. My PC has finally given up the ghost. It's finally died. This is the gaming laptop that I've been using since 2013. This particular PC has produced every video I've ever made, I believe. So it's managed to crank out about 500 videos, but it's really just a goner now. I can't charge it up, can't really switch it on, and it's just been breaking slowly, bit by bit. It's been breaking for about 2 or 3 years now, so there's absolutely no point trying to repair it. So what that basically means is everything is, or at least everything I've been working on before, is going to have to go on hold. So my two current series, which are the Rome Total War series and the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 series, they're both going to have to go on hold. I have managed to rescue the save files, but I kind of knew I would anyway because I don't think the hard drive is the issue there. So both of those series will be coming back, but they're on hiatus for now. The channel itself is probably going to have to be on hiatus for at least a few weeks. I've been trying to upgrade my PC for over a year. I've been looking pretty much every day. In fact, my homepage is like the NVIDIA website. I've been trying to get my hands on one of the new graphics cards ever since they were announced, but I've just not been able to do it. There's a worldwide shortage right now, as most of you will know, and it's just impossible to get my hands on them. So as a result, I am currently without a PC. What I'm probably going to have to do is just pick up a second-hand graphics card of someone, and even that could be a massive rip-off, but I'm going to have to see what I can do and just try and buy my time for a year or so. Every other aspect of my PC I will be upgrading, and even my crappy second-hand graphics card that I'm going to get will hopefully be slightly better than what I already had. So it could be good, but it's going to be at least a few weeks of figuring out how to build a PC, actually getting all the components together, and yeah, just figuring everything out. I'm probably going to wait until kind of late June. I think Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day is on 22nd of June. I don't have a huge amount of hope for that, but I will at least wait and see if I can get a good deal on some components there. And then after that, just going to have to give it some time, put it all together. And once everything is set up and running, I should have at least a better PC than what I have now. And in the long term, should be really solid. And I will be able to continue what I was working on at that point. So that will be the two series I already mentioned, and also some other videos that I had planned. And in the meantime, on my current PC, which is absolutely awful, I don't think it can possibly run a game and record at the same time, I might still try and just do some kind of work. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe I'll write some scripts. I'm not really sure. I will try and work on the channel because it really frustrates me to have to just stand still with it and be stuck in the mud, but it is what it is. I can't really do much about it. If I had a more healthy attitude towards my channel, I would probably just take a step back and take a breather for a few weeks, but I'll probably find something else to work on. It's just not going to be what I actually want to work on, so we'll have to see how it goes. It does give me the opportunity to just come clean that I have been kind of struggling a bit with the kind of workload I've set myself, which is those two series and the kind of additional content on top of that. I'm not going to go into what that is. I have quite a lot planned. You can probably guess some of it if you've been following the channel over the last few months. But yeah, it's actually been pretty difficult to keep up with it all because I spend a lot more time editing my videos. I'm not sure if it's obvious, maybe it's not, but it takes me a long time to produce my videos compared to in the past. And on top of that, I've also got my full-time job. And at the moment as well, the UK is kind of tentatively easing its way out of lockdown after a year of being mostly locked down. So I'm enjoying the opportunity to see some friends and see some family that I've not really been seeing for about a year now. So actually keeping up with producing multiple episodes per week and planning out the rest of my content is, yeah, it's been, I wouldn't say I've been stressed, but it's been on my mind. Maybe overwhelmed is too strong a word, but I think I need to set expectations that even when I do come back to it, because I do have a job, because I do have all the kind of usual personal life stuff, I might not always be able to keep cranking out these videos multiple times per week. I think once a week is probably achievable, but even then there might be some weeks where I just don't manage to upload. I think that's just how it's going to be. Also, I should also mention that the channel, in terms of views, is in a bit of a rut, which always kind of happens. There's always these cycles, and I've actually got pretty good at predicting them, but right now the channel is in a bit of a rut. So I could just try and crank out the rest of the episodes for my Rome Total War and my Heroes 3 playthroughs, but I think I also want to just prioritize making different types of content. I think I know roughly what types of videos I need to make in order to kind of get things going again. So I definitely will finish those series, but I'm not necessarily going to be cranking out a new episode every week. On a more positive note though, the channel has recently crossed 12,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. I didn't manage to get around to actually making a proper 10,000 subscribers video, but this is the first channel update I've done, I think, since I returned from 2.5 year hiatus in 2019, I believe. So it's kind of overdue. But yeah, 12,000 subscribers, that's really fantastic. A huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting and following the channel recently. I really appreciate all the feedback I get. I did have a couple of things I wanted to announce. Originally, I wanted to announce them at 10,000 subscribers. And I guess I could have announced them at 12,000 subscribers, but I think while I'm without a usable PC, probably better if I just push all of that stuff back to, maybe we'll say 15,000. So perhaps around the time, when we reach 15,000 subscribers, I will have a couple of community announcements to make. And the other piece of good news is I have recently purchased a new microphone that I quite like. Some of you might have already heard the difference, some of you might not be able to tell. But I bought a new microphone and it's been quite an investment. I had a Total War time-lapse video blow up last year, some of you might remember. And that made me a decent amount of money, or at least enough money to actually reinvest in my channel properly and get a really high quality microphone. I'm still figuring out the settings, but I'm pretty pleased with it, so that's going to be another thing I'm looking forward to getting more use out of. Also, despite the new microphone, I am thinking also about launching a second channel, which is going to be kind of non-commentary based. And that's really just because I have lots of ideas for that type of content. It's not really something I'm going to promote too actively here because it's just not going to be of interest to the majority of people, I think, but that's another thing I'm going to be working on. And the idea is if I have both channels at once and I can kind of get them working on some level, then I should just be able to use the two channels to support each other, and hopefully those kind of uphill, downhill moments will start to kind of even each other out, and I can kind of start taking this whole YouTube thing a bit more seriously. So yeah, I think that's probably all I have to say. Once again, thanks for your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your patience too. I know it's annoying to have to wait for new things to come out, but I can't really do much about it. I have to keep some sense of balance in my life, and I do spend a lot of time not even necessarily making videos directly, but often just planning out what I'm going to be doing. So I've got a list of literally dozens of video ideas and series ideas. I don't know when or if I'll find the time to make most of them, but there's a lot of content that I hope to be able to make pretty soon. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and whenever it is, I'll see you next time.